Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Toby and this is Driven Intent, and this behind me is a 2020 Cadillac CT4. Alright, let's take a look. So right here, I'm looking at the exterior of the car. I love the design of the CT4 in this black. Not my personal favorite color, but I love the wheels that you get in this. They're like brushed aluminum look wheels to it. I love it a lot. You know, it's the same on all four corners. I love the black chrome or dark, this black color with the chrome contrast on the mirror door sills, the door handles. Quick side note, the door handles don't behave like the CT5V that I reviewed last week. Then they actually pull out for you to open the door. But overall, the general exterior design of this car, I love the way it looks. I love the way it's very compact. It's small. I don't want to say subcompact car, but it's right around this area size of, like, you know, a small Audi A3 or S3. You know, maybe longer on the back end because you have a big boot or a trunk in the back. But some design cues that I like a lot about this car would be the tail lights. You know, CT6, all the CT lineup, you know, CT5, they behave the same way. They have this right here. I do like that a lot. Right on the back, I love the trunk design, the trunk lid or deck lid. I like how bold the design is. You know, it feels like one piece, you know, one molding, and you have your backup camera right here integrated into this trunk lid, so not too bad. You have pretty small trunk size space right here. It's not too bad. It's very compact, like you would expect. You know, this car is rear-wheel drive. What do you have back here? Your battery is right here in the back, so you can, if you're wondering, you want to jump your 65 if you ever get one. More on the price later though, but this is just gonna be a review of the exterior, the interior, and then for a test drive. Okay, back to what I was talking about earlier. You have this dual exhaust tips right here. My favorite part about the exhaust tips is they are integrated into the bumper. Overall, this proportions and the size of the CT5, I like that a lot. You see the fastback look, not fastback, but it's just very, very composed overall. I like that about the Cadillac. All right, let me pop the hood for you guys while you're already waiting. Whenever you pop the hood, the car is gonna chime at you. All right, this is the tricky part. Woo! All right. This right here is a 2-liter inline 4-cylinder turbocharged engine. Excuse me if it's hard to hear me. I have a mic on, but it's kind of windy out a little bit in Texas, but we gotta make do. So here's the power plant right here, guys. I love it. It sits way back behind, you know, right in between the wheel axles right here. The engine sits farther back, so I have a reason, because I feel like Cadillac did that for better weight distribution. So that's all nice and done. You have 2 struts right here to hold your hood up, and then one cool feature I like, or a cool, I guess, quirk you want to call it, about this, you know, engine bay. If you are into engine bays, you know, the little cover lining right here has an embroidered stamped Cadillac logo. So that's one of the things you find in German luxury brand, but Cadillac is nice enough to put that in there for you. For you guys like to look at the interior or the internals of your engine and show it off to people at a car show. So anyways, I'm done with that. I love the front design as well. Reminds me of the CT5 too. Overall, this car, it's composed in such a way you can consider this as a baby brother or baby sister to the CT5. You know, and I guess this car would be like an entry-level sedan to the Cadillac lineup if you're looking at sedans and sports sedans. But this gives you a general idea of what Cadillac is capable of doing in a luxury compact sedan like this as an entry level. You know, back to the price I was saying earlier, $35,000, actually $35,400 without the tax, title, and licensing. So I do like that a lot. One cool thing, or thing I don't like, is that, I mean, Some states require you to have the front license plate on it, but if you kind of purchase yours, I would recommend you tell the dealer not to install that, because it kind of makes it look funky, kind of ruins the whole bumper and the experience. But some states that you get pulled over for that, and then you get in trouble for that. But it is what it is, guys. All right, so now I'm gonna take you into the interior. So, looking at the interior right here, as I talked about earlier, the outside is pretty nice. Now let's see how the interior ties in well. You have like some kind of like not carpety material, like just hard materials right here. Almost feels good to the touch. The headliner is not too bad as well. Same materials as well. The dashboard, it's like hard plastic on the dashboard. Hard plastic on the dashboard as well. Some glossy metal or glossy plastic pieces right here. So nothing to worry, not too much about that. This is my biggest gripe. Can you see that dust layer, guys? That is insane. Like, that drives me crazy. I mean, well, you can have a microfiber cloth with you and just clean it all day, but it's just what it is, guys. It's just, let's just gotta live with it. So I like the buttons right here. You have the audio volume control knobs right here. Convenient. Your home button. This has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, as you can see. Let me go back to the previous menu. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and the apps, Bluetooth hotspot, all that features you need in 2020, and beyond. 4G LTE connection, and like the vents right here. You have 4 climate control vents. Speaking about vents, you have the dual climate control zones, passenger and driver, with front passenger and driver heated seats, and you have climate control, zones buttons right here. And if you see right here, this is for your wireless charging pad. So for 35 grand, and then they include the wireless charging pad, that is not bad, guys. That is not bad. And I don't mean to miss this right here. For instrument gauge cluster, you have this screen and digital and analog combo going on. This is very, very typical for the entry-level Cadillacs. Nothing too big or too crazy. One of my favorite features are your gas level, your fuel level gauge, and your engine temperature gauges. It's like digital. Audi has a similar design as well. And right now, you can see I'm still in sport mode for the drive mode. And for the drive mode, you have snow and ice, tour, my mode, tour. Pretty much where you're gonna find the GM, Chevy lineup in the cars, and usual, typical steering wheel, leather wrapped, of course. Not very thin, not that bolstering as I like. Has my 993 grips, but it's just what it is. Your electronic parking brake is right here. Let me get my lighting right real quick. Just push a button. Now I can't see anything. All right, so and this is for your dimming for your instrument cluster light. Can adjust that. Wow, that feels really cheap. I was surprised. That's crazy. Like, can you hear that? It feels like cheap Japanese plastic. Your stocks for your blinker stocks, windshield washer wiper stocks, not too bad. No blinks, just like normal, just like still. Overall, with the dashboard or the your side door right here for driver door, has a nice, it's not very nice pronounced sound as I like to feel the quality, but it's about like 5 out of 10. You have the metal works right here. Bose audio, like I said earlier. One touch automatic up and down for all 4 windows. Actually, it's automatic down for all 4. You have the transmission right here, transmission lever. It's not shift by wire, obviously. You have your drive, park, reverse, and then manual. You have your paddle shifters, which is obviously plastic, but not too bad. And again, once more, your drive mode selector. And one feature, I hate this feature. Anyways, that's what I'm saying. One feature that I also noticed as I had the car on, I was doing my drone shots and whatnot, the car like shut off by itself. Like, it's very, very crazy. Like, the car, it's aware, like, if most of this Cadillacs, CT5V did it, all CT5 or CT6 has the same feature. If the car has been left on or idle for extended periods of time, it just knows, it lets you know the car is gonna shut off in like 10 minutes or whatever, but the car just shuts off, by itself. I'm sure there's a way you can disable that in the settings, but I don't want to div and poke around and find out. It's gonna take forever. But that car, one cool quirk to find out. Let me go to the back seat for you guys. You guys are ever curious about that. Also, yeah, I like the mirror design. It's not too bad. I like the cutouts right here. It has that German look again. I'm gonna talk about that when I'm driving the car. Dome lights right here. They are LEDs. Can you see that? They're very yeah. I love that, how slow, and it's very bright. And you have this guy right here, so that's pretty cool. I like that. Again, rubberized material on top right here, plastics, and let's hop in the back seat real quick. right, get into the back seat. So this is what I'll feel like when if I'm driving and I'm the same height as the driver. In this case, me. Oh Jesus. Okay, yeah. I'm not making this up, guys. I can barely fit my legs in here. You know, just gotta widen your stance or your sitting legs or position, whatever you want to call it. This is the back seat space, guys. Nothing too crazy. Same design right here. Oh, what the heck? This is funny. This reminds me of the old Mercedes, the little, you know, to lock the doors, you push it down and you open it. That's funny. Anyways, I go off a tangent, but backseat legroom, if you're over 6'2", guys, headroom, like I'm literally butting heads with the ceiling right now, guys. No, it's not like an Audi where it's a cutout, whatever, but I'm butting heads with this right now. This is crazy. But yeah, this is what you get for the back seat. Again, you have to be less than 6 foot to fit comfortably in this car. It can fit 3 people right here. Imagine me sitting right here. The middle passenger is gonna have a hard time. No leg room. You know, your drive shafts are thin, right? It's very, very high, guys. It's very high. It's really high, actually. So kids mostly back here, and anyone under 6 foot. So you have your climate control vents right here, and your outlet for charging USB. 2 cup holders right here. Nothing too crazy. This folds down, and overall the interior is pretty nice. I like that. I like the exterior, the interior. For 35 grand, yes, there's a lot of cars you can get with this price category. Used cars, actually, at a pretty good deal. But this, as a brand new car, might be a good bargain for you guys or some of you guys out there. So now I'm gonna test drive and see how this car drives. Ooh, that 4-cylinder though. It has a unique sound to it. I do like that a lot about this car. So, driving impressions so far. Well, I love what this car drives. It's comfortable, it's quiet, like a typical Cadillac would. I do like how very small it is. It's really small, guys. Like compact. I thought a CT4 Sport that I drove last week was small. This is like smaller. It's like a whole new level of like compact and small. You know, it reminds me of the Audi S3, you know, size-wise. But yeah, guys, this car has all these design cues and features from the CT5, all CT5 trim levels. You know, that's the body style. The interior, obviously, the steering wheel is the same as all the XT4, XT6, or CT6. You know, Cadillac does that. Pretty much every car manufacturer does that. That should be no surprise to you. So, driving this car, visibility is awesome, guys. I can see my 993 or my you know, side shoulder, over the shoulder view, whatnot. It's not too bad. The B pillar is not intrusive in my view as I'm driving. I can look around, look over my shoulder, and see there's a car behind me. Also, you do have, you know, all these safety features to help you be a better driver on the highway as you're driving along, you know, just cruising on the highway. You get Bose audio on this car. Bose audio has pretty good bass to it. Excuse me, but on the AC, it's pretty hot. Hopefully the fan noise is not too loud for you guys on your end. But yes, so you get dual climate control zones right here for the front, heated front seats. You don't get massaging seats in this. I like the way that my sitting position is. I have this about decent amount of headroom up here for, you know, the passenger or driver in my case, and then passenger. The ceiling height is not too far off. You know, I got pretty much headroom. Give it 6'3", 6'4", you fit here nicely as well. The mirror right here, you don't get the smart mirror on this trim, but the mirror is a clean cutout. It's almost like that Audi or German design where like the mirror, there's no like all this huge chunky like black frames around it. You know what I'm saying? Around $35,000 without the tax, title, and licensing. That is actually not that bad. You know, cars, yes, brand new cars are expensive these days, and you can almost consider this car as an entry level to Cadillac. You know, kind of like have Audi and Mercedes have like the entry level A class, you know, C class into the, you know, Audi, you know, brand or German brand or whatever German cars you're into. Consider this like an entry level to a Cadillac. I like the way it drives. The seating is very comfortable. I have, you know, these multi-adjustable power seats. The leather is comfortable. It reminds me of the CT5 that I drove. You know, the headrest or the head cushion is huge. You know, you have a really big head. You should be fine in this car. This car is very small. I feel like this car is very, it's a good city car if you're driving. Heck, you have a 2-liter engine right here, so you should be good on gas mileage as well. But just driving around to my, you know, spot where I can get some drone shots and get a hard acceleration right here. Let me see, you have sport. Let's put it in sport. Oops, it's locked. Some cars coming in. So you have my mode, tour, and sport, and it's still nice. So that's like the basis of any Cadillac nowadays. You know, if they have the drive mode selector, it's like a copy and paste, really. Okay, engine got some oomph to it. It's got some juice to it. It's very zippy. I like that. It's a really good town car. You switch back to the things that I like about this car. The price, $35,000, brand new. You know, yes, we all know cars appreciate. That's like you know, in the Bible somewhere. But for $35,000 for a Cadillac, you can lease this car. I would consider leasing this car, honestly. But again, you can go the debate about, you know, leasing. Is leasing right for you or whatnot? You know, all depends on your financial budget, how much you're willing to, I guess, spend, or what's suitable to your wallet. But I can see this car being leased out a lot. You know, if you have the money to buy it, you know, right out, you know, financing and whatnot, by all means, you know. But at the end of the day, it's still a car, but it's a car that does, you know, has a Cadillac name if you want to go for the brand name. Obviously, it's not, you know, fast as a CT5 V Sport or CT5 V. I don't want to say V Sport because some of y'all in the comments can get triggered and just talk shit all day. All right, guys. Well, that is all I have time for today on this 2020 Cadillac CT4 sedan review. Man, once again, huge thanks and shout out to yours truly, James Woods of Denton, right here in Denton, Texas, for making this video possible. All right, guys, I know there's a lot going on right now in this world, from the pandemic to, you know, the protests in George Floyd, guys. You know, I don't do politics on my channel. That's not the point of my channel. My channel is to convey, you know, good car reviews to you guys. And if you guys are affected in any way, shape, or form, just reach out to each other, check up on your friends and family. 2020 has been a crazy year, guys. You know, it's a big mental hurdle for a lot of people, including me. You know, I'm no exception, and I'm a human being by the end of the day. You know, but yeah, guys, if you're finding my channel for the first time, I would highly recommend and consider you subscribe. Just annihilate that subscribe button. Also, while you're doing that, just hover over the like button. You know, it takes like less than a second. You know, look, I know you guys watch my videos. If you forget to subscribe to my channel. Come on, man, you're bugging out on me right now. Just subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a comment. So that way, YouTube's algorithm could get, you know, used to, you know, okay, this channel's up and coming. It just helps the YouTube algorithm. That's what I'm trying to say. You know, and then share this video if you find this video useful. And as always, guys, thank you for your time. You stay to the end. And as always, peace out and stay driven, guys.